the Olympics of Ninja competition.
Team USA is celebrating!
Great athletes from 3 continents battle it out for one title.
It feels incredible to be picked for Team USA to come out and represent my country for such an important competition.
But this year, Team USA and Team Europe face a new challenger.
People are gonna be blown away by the Latin American team.
Whoa! Oh, it's getting hot in here.
And Team USA has a groundbreaking new member.
USA!
It feels amazing to be representing the United States.
Chelsea Grant has done it!
It's fulfilling a dream that I've had for a really long time.
These Ninja All-Stars will face off on Mount Midoriyama's brutal stage 1, 2, and 3.
What's at stake here in this competition today is national pride.
Oh my goodness!
The Americans have no idea what's coming.
I'm coming for war. I'm not here to make friends, I'm sorry. I'm here for war.
Who's got the top ninja athletes in the world? We're about to find out.
Welcome to Las Vegas, and fasten your seatbelts for another exciting edition of American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Good evening, everybody. I'm Matt Eisman alongside Akbar, Bajabi, and Mila, and tonight, the top Ninja Warrior athletes from Europe, Latin America, and the USA have all made the trek to Mount Midoriyama because once again, global bragging rights are on the line.
Well, yeah, that's right, Matt. The last 2 showdowns have gone right down to the wire. So if tradition holds true, this will be a chiller and a thriller. 2 years ago, it came down to a tiebreaker on stage 4, and Team Europe's Sean McCall beat out USA's Travis Rosen.
He did it! He beat Rosen by just 0.3 of a second, and Team Europe are the world champions.
Then last year, it once again came down to the final run. But this time, Isaac Caldiero bested McCall to give Team USA a dramatic come-from-behind win.
He's done it! An unbelievable run for the ages. Now the Americans are back to defend their title, but with a very different team, including the first female athlete in this competition, Jessie Grant. Chelsea Grant has done it! They're captained by the man who made it farther than anyone in the national finals, Drew Dreshel. Yes! Plus, a couple of guys who like to go fast. Houston trainer Daniel Gill. Boy, Gill is flying. And Colorado's fun-loving wedding photographer, Jake Murray. The fastest time this year on stage 1. And for the upper body tests of stage 2 and 3, Team USA has a veteran, 38-year-old dad, Brian Arnold, flying through the bars, and a rookie, 22-year-old college student and climbing champion, Josh Levin. Josh Levin has done it! But the Europeans have brought their own heavyweights with 4 returners from last season, including top climbers Stefano Gisolfi and Sean McCall. McCall did it! And the real wild card is this new team from Latin America, made up of top athletes from all across Central and South America. They have lots of talent, but not a lot of obstacle experience. For tonight's competition, here's how the scoring works. There are 3 heats on each stage, 1, 2, and 3. In each heat, 1 athlete from the USA, Europe, and Latin America will run. Win a heat in stage 1, earn 1 point. Win a heat in stage 2, get 2 points. And if you take a stage 3 heat, that's 3 big points. Now, if we end in a tie, a competitor from each team will race side by side up the 7-story rope climb of stage 4 to determine who becomes the world champion. For more on stage 1, let's go down to Christine Leahy.
Matt, thank you. Stage 1 is an 8-obstacle gauntlet that requires the perfect blend of speed and agility. It's the same course we used this past season on American Ninja Warrior, and it starts with Snake Run. They look deceptively simple, but these 8 angled steps will throw competitors off balance as they run across. On the propeller bar, athletes have to jump from the mini tramp up to the propeller, then grab the rope and swing to safety. Then it's the giant log grip. Competitors have to wrap around the log and hold on as it slides down the 52-foot track and hit the small landing pad. The jumping spider is always one of the deadliest obstacles. Athletes have to jump off the mini tramp into the chute and then work their way to the other side. On the sonic curve, they'll have to run across 6 angled steps, grab the rope, and swing to the landing area. From there, it's the warped wall, but with only half the run-up space of the regular season. On the broken bridge, athletes will need balance to get across the 6 unstable steps. And finally, the flying squirrel. Competitors have to jump up to 1 set of handles, then swing to another set of handles, then swing to the cargo net. There's no time limit, just a race to the button, and whoever gets the furthest the fastest wins the point for their team. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Christine. In Heat 1 tonight, we'll get our first glimpse of this inaugural Latin American team with Mexican acrobat Wid Erickson. For Team Europe, it'll be their captain, Tim Sheaf, the guy who holds the record for fastest time ever on stage 1, and he'll be tough to beat. And for Team USA, it's the hard-charging ninja coach out of Houston, Texas, Daniel Gill. And here he comes. Gill's gonna lead us off. He's coming off a big year as one of only 2 athletes to make it to stage 3 in the national finals. And he's fired up to be a part of Team USA.
There's a new top dog in the Ninja Warrior. It's Daniel Gill, no doubt about it.
Being picked to represent America on USA versus the World is literally a dream come true for me. I'm on cloud 9. I've upped my training a lot, specifically for this competition. I am the strongest that I've ever been, and it's gonna show tonight. I cannot wait to beat my time on stage 1. I know I can do it. I was holding back for season 8. This time I'm letting loose and going even faster.
I love the passion Gill has for being on Team USA.
Well, he just needs to avoid an early mistake. You can't take any obstacle for granted.
And that includes Snake Run. But he's through. Now the propeller bar. Well, he was the 3rd fastest on stage 1. He was capable of great speed.
And this is a great start for Team USA. You get one of the strongest competitors here to start this thing off right.
But we've seen a lot of troubles on this dismount on the giant log drop. Took out a dozen competitors in the regular season, but no trouble for Gill.
Not for him.
Gill nails it. Now the jumping spider, which is always dangerous, but he locks it in. Gill's speed here on stage 1, one of the reasons he was picked for this American team, and he's delivering so far. This guy lives Ninja year-round as a trainer at Sam Sam's gym in Houston, Texas.
You can tell he's not even breaking stride here on the sonic curve.
But a little misstep.
He knows in this competition, it's all about speed. The fastest time wins the point.
Well, Wid Erickson and Tim Sheaf waiting on the sidelines, watching the great Daniel Gill operate.
Look, Matt, the strategy here has to be put the pressure on Team Europe and Team Latin America. Go fast.
Still looks to be doing that, but keep in mind, the broken bridge and flying squirrel, real challenges in the regular season.
Got it.
This obstacle, though, a real time sink. It's going to be about how efficient you can be on the flying squirrel.
Boy, he's flying. His hair looked like a cape. He's Superman.
Well, the fastest time on stage 1 in the national finals was 1:45, and I think Gill's going to be close to that.
You can see him right now. Something about national pride that gets you going.
Well, look at this. Daniel Gill with the great start for Team USA. He has set the bar very high.
Beat that one right there.
Stage 2, baby.
From that incredible blind dismount on the giant log grip to his lightning-fast speed through the final obstacles, what a run to start off tonight's competition.
A great opening salvo for Team USA by the Kingdom Ninja, and he's standing by with Christine.
Daniel, nice work out there. You flew through the course tonight, and you actually beat your time for stage 1 from the regular season by 17 seconds.
Come on.
Was it just extra confidence? What was that?
Definitely a lot of extra confidence. The first time for season 8, I just wanted to get through it, so I took a much slower pace. By this time, I was like, okay, I'm representing America. Let's bring you the heat, turn it up a notch, and go for all I've got.
How confident are you that your time will stick? There's 2 more competitors in this heat.
I'm pretty confident.
Good job out there. We'll see you again later.
Thank you so much.
Guys, back to you.
Tonight, the best athletes from around the globe will battle it out ninja style. Unbelievable! America's got the first ever female competitor, Jessie Graff. Yes! And they want to keep the trophy at home.
We have an amazing team, and I think we could win it.
The Europeans have added some impressive new faces. And they want revenge after last season's heartbreaking loss.
He just brought it home for Team USA.
Team Europe are going to cream it. Absolutely cream it.
And there's a new contender in the mix, Team Latin America. They bring together the top talent from Mexico to Argentina.
We are new at this, but we are gonna crush it.
Only one team can take on the title on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to USA versus the world. And we have a big development with Europe's captain, Tim Sheep. Sheep is a stage 1 specialist. He still holds the fastest time ever on this course, but now he may not be able to compete. For the latest, let's go down to Christine.
Matt, thank you. Tim, so great to see you here in Las Vegas for USA versus the world. I did notice that you're limping a little bit. What's going on?
Yeah, just practicing. I had an issue with my knee. I was feeling good coming into this. Every year I evolve as an athlete, and I just came in. Things go wrong sometimes, so I'm going to have to take a seat on the sideline and coach the team to victory.
So you're not even competing tonight?
Unfortunately not. I was ready for stage 1 as well.
Well, you've dominated stage 1 in the past. This is a huge loss for Team Europe. I know that you'll be leading them on, even if it's from the sidelines and not actually out on the course tonight, and we hope you get better as soon as possible.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
And so with Sheep injured, someone has to take his place on stage 1, and it's going to be Bjarke Tønnesen. He's a design student from Copenhagen, Denmark. He's a gymnast, and with his upper body strength, they were planning to use him on stage 2, not here on stage 1, but he's stepping up to lead it off for Team Europe.
I've been doing gymnastics since I was 9 years old. I like pommel horse the best. It's about technique, it's about momentum, and if you make a single small mistake, it can ruin everything. In Ninja Warrior Denmark, I made it to the finals. It was really, really exciting. The thing that drew me to Ninja Warrior is definitely the love of competition and being tested physically, mentally. When I saw Ninja Warrior, I just thought to myself, this is my replacement for doing gymnastics on a competitive level. So why not just throw myself into that and see where it takes me. I'm the first Danish competitor, and I can't wait to show what I'm made of. Denmark doesn't have a lot of famous athletes. I want to prove that I can become one.
Well, Tønnesen has talent, but he's got big shoes to fill if he's going to replace Tim Sheep on stage 1.
Big strides here up. Oh! Doesn't make it past the first obstacle, and a disappointing start for Team Europe.
Well, we've seen this before. On the left is Bjarke. On the right is the first American Ninja Warrior, Jeff Britton, in this year's national finals. They both slip on the same step, and the falls are almost identical. So Bjarke, even the best ninjas can fall early.
Not a great start for Team Europe, but now we'll get our first look at this exciting new team from Latin America.
I think Latin America is kind of like the dark horse of this competition. They want blood. They're coming here, they want to prove that they have what it takes to be here.
I'm the #1 climber in Mexico.
I'm a national bouldering champion. Diego and Santiago just recently won the Mexican National Championships. They know just how strong they are.
Team Latin America, they're fearless. They got nothing to lose, everything to gain. You're going to see them fly through every stage with reckless abandon.
I know we're gonna crush it. We're actually ninjas. We're just gonna sneak to a course and just do our best, and people are gonna be blown away by it.
Y pues no puedo esperar subirme al escenario.
I can't wait to get up there and destroy it. It's a Latin invasion.
Vamos a lograrlo.
We're gonna make it.
So first up will be Wid Erickson, the 26-year-old out of Mexico City, hoping to get Team Latin America on the board.
Did he just do that?
Well, Erickson travels all over the world competing in free running competitions.
And that's a strong background. He's got the free running, so agility is definitely his game. Now let's see if he can put this all to the test here.
Missed the rope, and that's going to be precious time.
He's getting that thing wound up, Matt. He better go in reverse right here. Hit that rewind button. Well, good. He keeps his composure as he untangles the rope. And now he gets free.
Woo! But remember, he's got to beat Daniel Gill's time of 1 minute 47 seconds. He's got to make up some time here. They don't have Ninja Warrior in Mexico, so this is the first time he's competed on these obstacles.
Ooh, that's a quick dismount. He's still got a chance.
But now the jumping spider, which is always tough, especially if you've never tried it before. Oh! Boom! Well, there it is. Wid Erickson out on the jumping spider, and that means Daniel Gill wins the heat for Team USA.
Erickson was a little off-center as he entered the chute. His right side is a little further than his left. That means his feet hit at different times, and he had no way to save it.
So Gill's strong run puts Team USA on the board first. They go up 1-0. Coming up, he's called the Stuff.
Owen the Stuff McKenzie is fantastic.
And Owen McKenzie is ready to make a big impression for Team Europe.
I'm just bringing the heat. That's all the Stuff is here to do.
Plus, Jessie Graff goes against the men. Her run's just ahead on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warriors USA versus the world competition. And the defending champs, the Americans, have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. In Heat 2, we'll see the always entertaining Jake Murray for Team USA, one of the rookies, Carl Foe for Latin America, and another new face, Owen McKenzie for Team Europe. And there's McKenzie making his way to the starting line. He's a gas engineer from London who is the top finisher in Ninja Warrior UK, and this guy is exciting. His nickname is The Stuff because he's got it.
I took a stab in the dark and applied for UK Ninja Warrior.
Oh my goodness, absolutely fantastic.
I just creamed everyone.
Owen the Stuff McKenzie is your last man standing.
I feel things do come natural for me. Ever since I was a child, any sort of running, climbing, jumping, you've either got it or you haven't. And I've got it. So that's why I'm called The Stuff. I'm a plumber and a gas engineer. I work in construction, as you guys would put it. I fit boilers, sinks, that kind of thing. My job gives me tough hands and, you know, it helps a lot with grip strength for Ninja Warrior. Other than work, the best training for Ninja Warrior would be having 6 children. It's never a dull moment. The oldest is 13, then it goes to 10, then 8, then 6, then 4, then 2.
Big man.
I've had it up to here with Pampers. Okay, I should own stock in their flipping company. Getting my kids up, ready and fed and dressed for school is way harder than any obstacle on Ninja Warrior. I suppose it's why I make it look so easy.
Matt, this guy is fun to talk to. He's fun to watch. He brings a lot of energy to Team Europe.
Well, he's 6'2", the tallest competitor out here, and he makes a quick move onto the rope. but has to take an extra swing.
Stuff gets tough. Stay calm.
You see, there's Tim Sheik. We know how good he is, but McKenzie actually beat him in Ninja Warrior UK. He's got a big body here for the log grip.
Yeah, and he kind of reminds me of a Grant McCartney. Watch out for the landing.
Good dismount, especially with those long limbs. And McKenzie seeming very confident out here. And look at this, no hesitation.
Ooh, he went straight for it, Matt.
One of the few rookies to master the jumping spider.
Well, doesn't look very comfortable in there. Look at him. He looks like he's not that flexible.
The harder it is to lock in on that 410 shoot, but Stuff is finding his confidence out there.
Well, for his first time on the course, he looks really strong.
Oh, missed the landing. And another misstep out of Owen McKenzie. But he gets through. Now moving on to the warped wall.
He's 6'2", so his height should help him here.
Oh, a miss. He'll have to try again here. And another miss.
Now, he looks a little gassed, Matt.
Well, this is costing him a lot of time, but he refuses to give up. Doing this for his 6 kids at home. And he loves teaching them that hard work pays off.
Oh, okay, finally.
Well, he looked exhausted. It took him a few tries, but he did not quit.
You talk about his kids being able to watch this and seeing Daddy never gives up.
Well, he lost a lot of time, but if he can finish, he'll put the pressure on the others, and you never know what can happen. Still got a chance to earn a point, a good chance.
Absolutely, Matt, so he got to keep going.
Nothing is guaranteed in this sport. Well, I got to say, the determination on Owen McKenzie could end up giving him...
Oh, barely made it. Oh, man, he is fighting for everything right here.
Oh, he's caught it. This guy just does not quit.
Keep fighting, big dog. I see you.
Well, he came out strong, then looked like he might be done at the warped wall, but the Stuff kept fighting, and he's going to hit the buzzer for Team Europe.
I'm not sure if that haircut is kid or play, but I like this guy. He just didn't pace himself. He sprinted through the early part of the course, but his legs were dead at the warped wall. It took him 4 tries, but eventually he made it to the buzzer.
And he's standing by with Christine.
Oh, well, if anybody knows how to persevere in this competition, it is absolutely you with everything that you've gone through in your life. How did you kind of harness that in to get you through this obstacle?
You know, it was all about harnessing the energy of the crowd. These guys are so pumped. The energy they're bringing tonight is amazing. And, you know, they wouldn't let me give up. It's these guys. They just would not let me give up. A lot of them.
Well, Owen, you finished the course, so we're going to see if that time holds up. Good luck.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Nat?
So now Team Latin America gets their shot, and it'll be Carl Foe, and what a story he has. He was barely able to eat coming into the competition because of the tough times in his country, so just being here means so much.
I was raised in a dangerous neighborhood in Caracas. There were drugs and guns and problems everywhere. When I was young, I had to sell food in the streets just to survive. Then I discovered parkour. Before long, I was training myself 9 hours a day. Through parkour, I got out of the ghetto. Now I run the first parkour academy in Venezuela. It's important to me to give back to the community because the situation in my country is very serious. We have to stand in line for sometimes 8 hours just to buy food. People are starving. Before I came here, I wasn't able to train properly because I only had 1 meal a day.
Es muy difícil. It's very hard. In my country, sorry.
I am very grateful to be competing on American Ninja Warrior. But for me, this is more than just a competition. It's a doorway for my team and I to be an inspiration for all those kids in South America.
Para todos esos chicos de Sudamérica.
Well, we are thrilled to have Foe and the other Latin America teammates here. He'll need to finish and do it faster than Mackenzie's time of 2 minutes 38 to have a chance at winning the point for Latin America. He is a free runner and quickly through snake run. Now the upper body will be tested starting here on the propeller bar. Oh, hold on! Oh, hamburg! Carl Foe finds his foe in the propeller bar. I gotta say, I think it's the pressure. Tried to make that transition too fast, just couldn't hold on.
You're absolutely right. He had a great jump on the propeller bar, but watch his move to the rope. He comes all the way off the propeller before he grabs the rope, and he never got a grip.
So now it's up to Jake Murray. He's always crazy on the course. What will he do for Team USA? He runs next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to Las Vegas in our annual USA versus the World special. Right now, the Americans' hopes are riding on the shoulders of Ninja Wildman Jake Murray. The wedding photographer out of Denver, Colorado is one of the fastest and most fun competitors to watch. You never know what he'll do on the course.
It is a gigantic honor to have made it on Team USA. I am a competitive guy, so knowing that I'm running stage 1 for Team USA, I'm gonna try to beat my opponent's time and chop off 5 or 10 seconds.
The fastest time this year on stage 1.
Watching Jake Murray run the course, man, it's so much fun.
He's got goggles. He's going swimming.
He is such a character.
With the corn dog? Oh!
Since I'm representing the country, I'm taking this a little bit more seriously, but I'll still have some fun on the course.
Jake Murray putting on a show tonight.
I have fun and let loose, and I'm pretty consistent, so I'm bringing that to the team. We really want to defend the title. USA! USA! USA!
And there, Jake's parents, they came from South Dakota to watch this. Whenever Jake runs, it is must-see TV. And he's got the boxing stance going. He's ready to fight to get this point for Team USA. Right now, Owen McKenzie has the time to beat 2 minutes, 38 seconds.
Jake's not wearing the fanny pack on his waist. That's because he's wearing a flag on his chest. He means business. If you thought Daniel Gill was faster, this is Jake Murray in Season 8, of course. He ran through this first stage in 1 minute and 45 seconds. And Gill finished 1 minute 47 seconds earlier tonight.
But speed can lead to mistakes. And if Murray falls, McKenzie will get the point for Team Europe.
This long grip is where you can play it safe, but I know Jake's gonna go for the quick dismount.
Oh, real close on the dismount.
That was real close.
Good job. I hope those shoes stay dry. No hesitation.
Oh no! My goodness, that's the best save I've ever seen.
I don't know how he did that. Never seen a save like that. Wow! They say that speed kills, but Jake Murray refuses to die. Woo! I don't know how he saved that. This urgency, this guy really has only one speed, Akbar.
Man, he has stumbled and bumbled through several obstacles here, and is still approaching the fastest time of the night.
And now he has plenty of time, but not even hesitating. He had the fastest time on this course in Season 8 of American Ninja Warrior, and he's even faster tonight.
Just don't make a mistake.
But for all of that, he still has to hit the buzzer. Can't miss this Lachey.
That boy is fast.
Wow! Just has to get up the cargo net. And Owen McKenzie can only applaud the effort because Jake Murray's going to get the point for Team USA. Less than 1.5 minutes on this course.
That is incredible.
And Team USA takes a 2-0 lead. And Akbar hits Jake Murray, so you know what's going to happen next.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Can he fall? Look at this again on the jumping spider. At one point, he has no feet on the wall. He saves himself with just his arms. That's incredible upper body strength. And look at him gritting his teeth on the flying squirrel. He wanted this bad, and Jake Murray didn't let America down.
So with Team USA in the lead, we move on to the third and final heat on stage one. For Latin America, it'll be Mexico's Danny Marmolejo. And for the Americans, it's our first chance to see Jessie Graff, the only woman in this competition. But first up will be Alexander Mars leading it off for Team Europe. And there's Mars at the starting line. He's a real estate manager from Stockholm, Sweden, who's a very well-rounded athlete. He was on last year's team for the Europeans, and this year, he's looking to step it up.
I've been playing Ultimate Frisbee for several years. I think it's brought me a good skill set as far as speed and endurance goes, being able to jump high, reach far. So I think it's a really good complement to my other training that I do. After last year competing in the US and Sweden, I started Scandinavia's first ninja gym. It's called Extremfabriken. It's Swedish for Extreme Factory. For me this year, it's a big opportunity for redemption. I fell on the jumping spider, and I also fell on the cliffhanger.
No!
So this is my year to prove that I can do this. This year, I'm not going to hit the water, I'm going to hit the buzzer at the top of stage one.
And there are Alexander's friends who made the trip out from Sweden to watch him tonight.
Mars was the top competitor on Ninja Warrior Sweden, made it further than anyone.
Mars on the course, bounding through Snake Run, and he has come to play. And quickly onto the propeller bar, he's looking confident tonight. Wow, the Europeans really need him to step up since Tim Sheep not available to run here on stage one. He's faced the log grip in Sweden, but not this 52-foot giant version. Perfect dismount. Well, Mars is looking real tough here.
But Matt, this is the obstacle that took him out last year, the jumping spider.
Oh!
Oh! You got him again, Matt! You got him again!
Another tough break for Europe. Alexander Mars goes out on the same obstacle 2 years in a row.
Take a look at Mars last year. He gets a weak bounce off the trampoline and comes up well short. Tonight, you can see he really tried to hit the trampoline harder and got further into the chute, but still not enough to save it.
And he's standing by with Christine.
Alex, I know this is really tough, especially because the jumping spider is the same thing that took you down last year. Why do you think it gives you such problems?
I haven't, well, it's a tough obstacle, and even though I run a gym at home in Sweden, I haven't built this particular obstacle to scale. I think you really have to practice it to nail it every time.
Do you think you're going to build it this year now?
I'll have to, yeah. That's for sure.
Well, better luck next time. Hopefully we'll get to see you conquer that jumping spider one of these days.
Yeah, I will.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Christine. So Team Europe off to a rocky start early in this competition, and that opens the door for the great Jessie Graff. She'll be the first woman ever to compete in this international competition. And we'll see it next when American Ninja Warrior USA versus the World returns. Welcome back to Las Vegas and our USA versus the World special. This crowd is on its feet because they know they're about to witness something special, because up next is the incredible Jessie Graff. Her history-making runs in Season 8 of American Ninja Warrior have more than 100 million views on the internet. Now she's the first woman ever to represent Team USA.
Jessie Graff is a superhero. She absolutely destroyed stage one of Vegas.
The first woman ever to complete stage one.
You can't say, oh, she did well for a girl. No, she did well, period.
This woman redefining strong.
She's an amazing athlete.
Jessie Graff broke records, made history, and I know she can do it again tonight.
Being the first woman invited on to Team USA to compete against the world is such an amazing opportunity. I want to prove that I can pull my weight, I can contribute to the team, and I was picked because I earned it.
don't underestimate her. She's gonna kick your butt. Jessie Graff, you're my hero.
And there's Jessie's mom. Everyone wants to see this. And because Europe's Alexander Mars fell moments ago on the jumping spider, the door is open for Jessie to get a point for Team USA. And here she goes.
I want to see her finish the course again, Matt.
Ooh. A little stumble.
No!
What? And Jessie Graff lost her balance, and in disbelief, the snake run took her out, Akbar, and she is in absolute shock.
It's okay, Jessie. It's all right.
Boy, I tell you, that fourth step has tripped up a lot of great ninjas. And it just got Jessie. Look at her right foot. It lands on the top edge, which caused her to lose her balance. And once she started leaning, she could never save it.
Right now, Christine is standing by with a shocked Jessie Graff.
Jessie, I saw your face coming off of Snake Run. We're shocked. You're shocked. What do you think happened?
I feel like it was a lack of focus. I guess I had... our team plan was just to go fast and have fun, and I'm usually a little more focused than that. So I guess it's a fun plan, but I'll probably stick with my focus plan in the future.
And I know that you can still be a huge source of support for the rest of the guys out there.
Okay, thanks.
I expect you.
This course is unforgiving, and sometimes the great ones make it look so easy you forget how hard it really is. But every athlete will fall at some point, even Jessie Graff. So now, a big opportunity here for Team Latin America. And up next for them, 24-year-old Danny Marmolejo. Oh! And his skills are going to be fun to watch. He is a top parkour athlete and one of the top stuntmen in Mexico.
Right now, I'm working on a telenovela, which is a soap opera in Mexico.
Acción.
I do the stunt work for the main character. It's just like a bunch of action scenes, some rooftop jumps, some falls, some everything. I've always been training in a complete way, not just flipping, not just strength training, not just agility. I always train everything together, so I can piece out things and it makes it easier for me to adapt to a course. I'm really confident I'm gonna do well in the first course. I just can't wait to represent for Mexico. It's gonna be spicy.
Keep in mind, Marmolejo has never been on any of these obstacles before. And he just watched two people who have run this course, Alexander Mars and then Jessie Graff. And both of them couldn't get through it. So this will not be easy for Marmolejo.
Whoa, Matt, he's coming out hot. No hesitation.
Onto the propeller bar. Oh, slides down the rope.
Ooh, that'll tear up your hands.
But he gets through it. You can see the time to beat. He has to finish the log grid here in less than 23 seconds, or he'll have to complete the jumping spider.
It's gonna be close.
And he just misses it now. He has to get through the jumping spider for Latin America to get the point.
Ah, he's wagging the fingers at the jumping spider. He says, I see you, and that's my line.
Arriba, vamos.
This is a big moment for this new Latin America team. Oh, look at that left foot sliding
so
out.
close, Matt. He got so close.
But he has to get all the way through, and he's looking uncomfortable here, Akbar.
You better get down this alley. It's a dark alley here.
And it gets slippery. This chute 4 feet 10 inches wide. Marmolejo, though, closing in on it. And he's done it. Marmolejo gets the first point for Team Latin America. They're on the board, and he's going to keep going just for fun. You can see the Mexican flags in the stands. What a moment for him.
Well, Marmolejo means marble in Spanish, and Danny is rolling.
And Marmolejo playing it up. He's got this crowd fired up. No one knew what to expect from this Latin American team, but they're making a statement early.
And right up the warp wall, Matt. Are you kidding me?
Marmolejo already has the point, but he wants to finish.
Ooh, look at that. Matt, he's the Jake Murray of Mexico.
Well, this has to be a huge confidence boost for his team, proving they belong out here.
Will somebody get that guy a water? They're chanting his name. We've got a new superstar, Matt.
Well, remember, Marmolejo's never been on an obstacle course like this before, and here he is about to finish stage 1. Just needs to get through the flying squirrel. Nice, now needs one more leap.
Oh, but look at his face. He's hurting.
Can he get to the buzzer? No! Wow! Runs out of gas at the end, but it doesn't matter. Marmolejo still gets the point for Team Latin America. They're on the board now just behind Team USA, and Marmolejo will be a hero back in Mexico.
Well, the jumping spider is always tough on rookies, but Marmolejo sticks the landing and gets the point for his team, and then he was just showing off. This guy is fun to watch.
And Danny, the showman, is standing by with Christine.
Danny, when you walked over here to the crowd, I heard the crowd all kind of gasp.
Yeah?
What did you just show them?
Skills.
No. I think it was something on your hand.
Oh. Pain.
Oh my gosh. Wait, show the camera what's on your hand and tell me where that happened.
That happened on the rope. Yeah.
Right here on the flying squirrel?
No, the other rope.
On the propeller bar.
Yeah. It's slippier than I thought it would be.
Well, congratulations. Go look at your hand. You're bleeding pretty bad, so we'll let you take care of that. And congrats. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Christine. So at the end of stage 1, Team USA is out in front 2-1 over Latin America. Team Europe's off to a slow start, but still lots of points up for grabs. Coming up, we're moving on to stage 2.
Just like a helicopter, he goes down.
With 2 points on the line in every heat. One mistake can turn this competition around. Oh! And it's up next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. And right now, Team USA has a 2-1 lead over Latin America. So far, Team Europe has been shut out. But scores can change quickly as we move on to the much tougher stage 2, where a win is worth 2 points. For more on the course, let's go down to Christine.
Matt, thank you. Stage 2 is made up of 6 punishing obstacles over water with blazing fire in every direction. It all starts with the giant ring swing. Competitors have to swing up and snag their ring on a hook, jump a 6-foot gap, and then complete another swing. We've made the double salmon ladder even tougher. These finalists now have to jump the bar down 3 rungs, then cross over and go up the other side. Then it's the wave runner. Athletes have to use their fingertips to work their way across 2 odd-shaped pivoting boards. It's a very challenging upper body test. If they survive, they'll need to make a huge leap onto the rotating butterfly wall, then land another jump to a hanging rope. Maybe the toughest test of all is the double wedge. Competitors have to jump the bar down almost 20 feet between the angled walls. It requires incredible strength and precision. Those still alive must face the wall flip, with walls weighing 95, 115, and 135 pounds. It's 2 points to the team that goes the furthest, the fastest. Guys?
And this first heat is packed. We'll see the #1 climber in the world, Europe's Sean McCall. Plus, Mexico's top climber, Diego Gonzalez, going for Team Latin America. And for the Americans, it's the veteran, Brian Arnold. The 38-year-old from Brighton, Colorado, will be leading us off. This is Arnold's 3rd time in the competition for Team USA. That's more than anyone else. But he has a score to settle here on stage 2.
One of the things I love most about being a part of Team USA is I get to correct mistakes that I did during the regular season. In season 5, I fell on stage 3. And then I was able to come back on Team USA the next year and beat it.
He's done it! The first American ever to complete stage 3.
This year, I fell on the wedge.
No! Save yourself! Save yourself!
And that's it!
It was very frustrating. I wanted to win. I am a very methodical competitor, and I like to watch other people. And watching Drew beat the wedge, I feel like I have the technique now, and I can complete it.
And he's through!
I'm gonna come back and beat it.
Well, Arnold has a very tough heat. He'll have to beat Europe's Sean McCall, who has 9 World Climbing Championships and has never lost on Stage 2. The Stage 2 course starts with a giant ring swing and gets through that first move with ease. Now has to work his way over to reach the other big swing. And he is setting up a good pace.
And we saw this in the national final. It's very easy to get hung up, miss a couple swings, and eat up a lot of time and energy.
And he's through in about 20 seconds. A good start for Arnold. Now the salmon ladder, where he'll have to jump the bar down 3 rungs, cross over, and then jump up the other side.
Whoa, Brian Arnold looking so solid here, bringing that good old form here back here to the USA versus the world.
His grip strength legendary, can do a one-armed, one-pinky pull-up.
I still want to see that in person. I've seen it on video, but I want to see it in person. That was magic.
And he's going to finish the salmon ladder. Now moving on to start the third obstacle, the wave runner. This was another ninja killer in the national finals. You have to use your fingertips to move across the 2 pivoting boards.
Look at that. Wow. Barely moving the board.
Oh, the bar a little uneven. Better correct it before the transition. Looking good.
All right, touch it there. Nice. Nice keeping it stable there.
Well, I like it. Brian Arnold knows this is a tough group he's in with Sean McCall. Probably going to need to finish and finish quickly to get the points. Now right into the butterfly wall. Misses the rope on the first pass. Has to rotate around slowly for another shot.
And now he's got it. He just has to climb up the rope.
And this sets up the showdown he wanted. He'll now face the double wedge. This is a brutal obstacle. It took him out of the national finals, but he says he has a new technique and he wants redemption.
Come on, Brian.
He's up. Needs to jump that bar between the angled walls. And the bar uneven.
Uh-oh.
He's in trouble, Akbar.
This is almost exactly what happened to him last time.
Gotta correct it.
That left arm is coming
Look
out.
at this.
Oh, he's put... What?
He just can't wedge it up, and Brian Arnold is in trouble here.
Is he gonna try to lâcher here?
It's still dropping, Brian.
Well, his grip strength is being tested.
I love what he's doing, though. He's putting more pressure
Oh, my
there.
goodness. Look at the creativity. But no!
Oh!
Brian Arnold once again being dominated by the double wedge. So unforgiving, that obstacle.
Brian Arnold only weighs 160 pounds, but his first small hop with the bar seemed to really jam the left side down. He switched to the other side to go backwards, but nothing worked, and his run is over.
Let's go down to Christine.
Brian, I give you so much credit because you were trying everything that you could to make it through this obstacle. It's the same one that took you out in the regular season. Why do you think you're having trouble with it?
You know, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I really don't. I feel like when I get on it, I wedge it down in there with my weight, and then I'm trying to get it back out, and I don't know. I'm going to have to go home and build one because I have no idea.
How confident are you that your time's going to hold up?
I mean, Sean McCall's up next. I'm a little worried, I'll be honest.
All right, we'll have to wait and see, Brian.
Thank you.
Guys.
Well, before McCall gets his shot, Team Latin America sent out their own elite climber. This is Diego Gonzalez. He's an industrial engineer who's also the #1 ranked rock climber in all of Mexico.
Empecé a escalar cuando tenía 13 años.
I first started climbing when I was 13 years old, and there was nothing like it. I'd never tried something so difficult. I was immediately hooked. I would rush out of school every day to go to the local climbing gym. My parents knew that if I wasn't at home, I was there. Before long, I discovered the competitions and I started to train specifically for those.
He sido el campeón nacional 3 veces.
I've now won 3 national championships in Mexico.
Hola, Leo, ¿cómo estás?
I'm like Clark Kent. I work as an engineer indoors all day in a suit and tie and my glasses. And then change in my car and go outside to train obsessively. All of the routes I do in climbing are harder than this course. I'm going to destroy the course. Not one obstacle will survive.
I'm gonna crush it.
A
like his confidence.
I do too, but remember, unlike Arnold, Gonzalez has never seen any of these obstacles before, and sometimes you can have skills, but a lack of experience can cost you.
And he's going against two top guys in Brian Arnold and Sean McCall.
Well, he has to best Brian Arnold's time through the butterfly wall, but a little hung up here on this transition, Akbar.
He's spending a lot of time on this.
Well, he's considered heavy for a climber at only 150 pounds, 5'6". And Gonzalez through the giant ring swing, moving on. Now he has to attempt another obstacle he's never tried before, the down-up salmon ladder. A little uneven.
And remember, this stage 2 course is incredibly difficult. In the national finals, only 2 athletes got through it.
But Gonzalez makes the transition now, has to go back up, and he's steadily moving along.
Yeah, keep your L's. ¿Cómo se dice L en español?
L.
Keep your LA, baby. Keep your LA.
And he's through the down-up salmon ladder. The same obstacle that took out top ninjas like Grant McCartney in the national finals. Now the wave runner, no!
Hasta la vista, baby!
Well, Diego Gonzalez did pretty well for a rookie, but splashes out on the wave runner.
Well, he was struggling a little bit, and you could see it in his face. He was exhausted when he reached the wave runner. And remember, those boards pivot, so when he finally goes for it, he pulls too hard on the left side, and his right hand slips right off.
So Brian Arnold's still alive. He has a chance to get the points for Team USA, but look who's headed to the start line. A man who's never been beaten here, Sean McCall. And he's up next when we return on USA versus the World. Welcome back to Las Vegas and our USA versus the World competition. In the national finals, only 2 athletes finished this stage 2 course. The first man to hit the buzzer, Drew Dreschel, and teammate Daniel Gill. Kingdom Ninja does it! And they'll be running it again in the final 2 heats for Team USA. So that really puts the pressure on our next athlete, Sean McCall. He needs to win this heat and get the 2 points, or Team Europe could be in real trouble. The good news for Europe is that McCall is undefeated on stage 2. He's the #1 rock climber in the world, and he knows how to perform when he has to.
I'm very passionate about climbing, but something a lot of people don't know about me is that I play piano. I've been playing piano for longer than I've been rock climbing. I started playing piano when I was 5. I got up to grade 10 Royal Conservatory. Piano really helped me to perform under pressure, because when you're doing recitals, you have to perform on cue. There's a lot of pressure not to make any mistakes. I'm a very competitive person, and I love competing on Ninja Warrior. What I remember the most about stage 2 last year was that I was battling the clock.
Whoa! What? He is neck and neck with Moravsky.
I knew that Joe had put up a really fast time.
Joe Moravsky with the fastest time on stage 2 this year.
I knew I needed to do it faster, which means I really couldn't make any mistakes.
Oh, this is gonna come down to it.
Are you kidding me?
At the end of stage 2, I knew that it would be close, and I knew that if I didn't dive and I lost, I'd regret it.
Oh!
I definitely perform better when there's pressure and consequences. That's what makes me strive as a competitor.
Well, Team USA has a good chance of winning the next 2 heats with Gill and Dreschel competing. So if McCall can't win here, this competition could get away from Team Europe.
And if there's one guy in the world you want running for you, Sean McCall may be that guy.
Has to at least beat Brian Arnold's time through the butterfly wall. And McCall off to a good start here. Wow.
He doesn't miss steps here.
Look at him go, that upper body strength, so incredible.
Well, the game plan changes here. He's not using speed here as a strategy. He's not gonna rush and make a mistake. He's gonna make sure he goes further than Brian Arnold did.
McCall's 5'6" and a half, 130 pounds.
He's taking an extra beat here. It takes a different set of skills to go down these runs.
On the bar uneven. Well, Sean McCall, the #1 climber in the world, but doesn't have as much obstacle experience.
But McCall is maybe the only person we've seen where the lack of experience hasn't hurt him.
Being very precise as he finishes up the salmon ladder. Doesn't seem to be worried about the clock. The wave runner also new for Sean this year, but grip has never been an issue for him. He adapts remarkably well to new obstacles.
And Matt, we've never seen McCall move so carefully like this.
He's up on the wave runner. Could maybe beat Arnold's time if he really goes for it, but I don't think that's his approach.
It's a different strategy. He's going slow and steady, and he plans to hit that buzzer.
And gets through the wave runner. Still no sense of urgency. He's going to catch his breath before trying the butterfly wall. He's not going to beat Arnold's time. Will that gamble pay off? McCall now has to finish this obstacle, the butterfly wall, and then get past the double wedge, which is no small feat, but if he does it, he'll get those 2 points for Team Europe.
This is a guy that trusts his own skills here.
Well, here we go. And look at that, a little cocky smirk out of the #1 climber in the world. But only 2 athletes, Drew Dreschel and Daniel Gill, could conquer this obstacle in the national finals. If McCall can do it here, he'll get 2 points for his team and get them back in it. If he fails, the points go to Team USA. Here we go. He's up, and you can see that bar perfectly level on that mount. And look at him, perfect.
I mean, it's like he's floating through the double
wedge. It's not even lashing, he's reaching out, keeping that bar even. Perfect form out of Sean McCall. Go for the dismount from the middle of the wedge. And he does it again. Oh my goodness. Sean McCall gets the 2 points for Team Europe.
Uh-oh, Matt. He only weighs 130 pounds. That last wall is 135. He's throwing his body weight around.
Sean McCall does it, bringing Team Europe back into this competition. And how clutch is Sean McCall? His team desperately needed a win, and he gets the 2 points for Team Europe, and they're now tied with Team USA.
The double wedge takes incredible skill, and McCall works his way down with short, precise hops. Then just reaches over with one hand to the second bar. We've never seen anyone do that, and McCall delivers for Team Europe again.
Sean McCall standing by with Christine.
Sean, I just heard you say that you're exhausted, but you did not look exhausted when you were going through. You looked like you were in total control the entire time.
I was exhausted. At the same time, I was in control. I felt really good through, I guess, every obstacle. And I knew I had to get through the wedge to secure the heat. And I got to the second part of it, and I was getting tired. And for me to get tired of my arms I got nervous. I was like, gonna do it. Swung, landed it, and I knew the last obstacle was in the bag.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
So with the score tied, it's going to be up to Houston's Daniel Gill to get Team USA back on track. We'll see his run when we come back on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. And we have some breaking news. Team USA captain Drew Dreschel has decided to give up his spot here on stage 2 and let Jesse Graff run instead. Jesse just had a shocking early fall on stage 1, so this is a gamble. To find out why, let's go down to Christine.
Matt, thank you. Drew, you're sacrificing your spot on stage 2 for Jesse. Why did you decide to do that?
You know, I think it's a great strategic move to let Jessie play on the course, have some fun, and I'm pretty confident she's going to bring home some points. I get to rest up. I think it's going to come down to stage 3, and I want to be fresh.
I hope it all pays off.
Thank you very much, Christine.
Guys?
We'll see Jesse's run in a few minutes, but right now it's our second heat, and this is going to be another good one. We'll see Team Europe's other top climber, Italy's Stefano Ghisolfi, and for the Americans, it'll be Houston's Daniel Gill making his second run of the night. But we'll start with Team Latin America and Venezuelan Carl Foe. And here he comes. The free runner ran earlier tonight on stage 1 and struggled. He'll have his work cut out for him here on stage 2, which is much more of an upper body test. And unlike the other two guys in this heat, Foe has never been on stage 2. This is all new to him. This guy gifted with the lower body parkour, but the grip strength, body control being tested.
Yeah, Matt, stage 2 does not play to his strength, but he's stepping up for his team.
Well, it's always tough for anyone to finish this course, so Foe may want to take some chances, try to get as far as he can in a fast time. Gets to the last swing. Touches the bar. No, Foe! No! Well, Carl Foe gave it his best shot, but stage 2 is an upper body test, and he goes down on the giant ring swing.
Check it out. Foe made it to the end of the obstacle, but he hits the bar with his wrist, not his fingers, and can't get a grip.
So now it'll be Team USA's Daniel Gill, and he'll have to beat what Foe just did. That probably won't be a problem, but he also knows right behind him is Europe's great Stefano Ghisolfi. So Gill wants to get to that buzzer. Gill finished stage 2 in the national finals, but he'll have to do it faster than Ghisolfi tonight.
Well, they call him the Kingdom Ninja for a reason, and you don't have to go any further than the biblical story of Samson. He definitely gets his strength from his hair.
And that hair is so breathtaking, almost as great as his skills. And a flawless run through the giant ring swing. And that tops Carl Foe's effort on stage 2. So Team Latin America cannot win this heat. Gill's just 23 years old, but already established himself among the elite. Being cheered on by USA captain Drew Dreschel, the only other competitor to complete stage 2 in season 8. Down, up, salmon ladder, now gonna make the transition.
Ooh,
a little uneven. Well, he had that happen during the regular competition, and just his ability to remain calm, Akbar.
Yeah, you can see that was crooked ladder, but him still keeping his L's there.
But the Wave Runner took out some of the greats, and he's shaking out his arms because the grip gets taxed here on this first board, the S-shaped curve.
Oh my. Wow, he just jumped halfway down the board, Matt.
Yes!
That nice transition.
Great transition, and that was so challenging. Gill making it look easy.
Johnny Gill would say, ma.
Daniel Gill talked about how much it means to represent his country, and he is stepping up tonight.
Oh, there he is going big on the butterfly.
The butterfly wall, a slow turn. Well, Gill ahead of his pace in season 8. He finished in 3 minutes, 26 seconds.
And he can take a breath here. Get ready for the double wedge.
This crowd is behind him. He'll conquer the double wedge in the national finals, but it's always a challenge. And he's up. You got to keep that bar perfectly level.
Oh, no!
And just like that, Daniel Gill splashes down on the double wedge, and the door is open for Team Europe and Stefano Ghisolfi.
This is a cool shot from overhead. Watch Gill's left side. On that first hop, he pushes the bar way out in front of the right side. It falls down lower on the wall, and it was impossible to save it after that.
And Team USA, which started off so strong in stage 1, is now looking a little shaky. And Gill's fall takes some of the pressure off the Italian Stefano Ghisolfi, who runs next. Plus, will the USA's gamble with Jessie Graff pay off? Her run at stage 2 is coming up on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to Vegas in our USA versus the world competition. The Americans started strong, but now things are starting to get tense. USA and Europe are all tied up at 2 each, with Latin America just 1 point behind. And here comes one of Europe's best, Stefano Ghisolfi, with a chance to give his team the lead. He needs to be faster through the butterfly wall than USA's Daniel Gill. Ghisolfi from Turin, Italy is another world-class climber, and his competitive nature runs in the family.
I am not the only climber of my family. My sister is a professional rock climber too. She used to train with me and we have fun together.
In the climbing circuit, there aren't many siblings who compete together and who are both at the highest level of competition. For Stefano, climbing is a way of life. Even when we go out, he's always thinking about it. And we find him climbing trees, light poles. He climbs everywhere.
Climbing, for me, is the most beautiful thing in the world. I train every day. My biggest motivation is to be the strongest climber of the world. So I keep training every day for this reason. I want to win for my personal pride and also for Italy. Team Europe is going to take home the trophy this year.
Stefano's sister is back in Europe climbing, but his dad, Walter, is here to cheer him on. Well, Gisolfi has been here before. He's faced stage 2 twice in this team competition, but has never completed it.
Well, there is some aerial agility here that is required. I talked about that, Matt. Stefano could not afford to go quick here. He has to be very efficient here on the giant ring swing.
Well, every mistake he makes increases the pressure to survive the grueling double wedge.
Yeah, Matt, he has the grip strength to handle this, but we've seen a lot of others with grip strength not getting through stage 2 over the years.
Well, Daniel Gill had such a blindingly fast pace. Gisolfi, a couple struggles here on the first obstacle, but now seems to be finding his rhythm. Now it is about survival. Gisolfi, though, 2 years ago went out on the double salmon ladder. Now this obstacle is even tougher. Not many people train to move down the ladder. Gisolfi's switching over now to go back up the other side.
Ooh, he went with a big jump.
You'd worry about him taxing his grip, other than the fact,
check out his arms.
He is a dominant climber.
Matt, check out his arms. I'm not feeling his grip strength here, Matt. He's wearing out on us, Matt.
Stage 2 was brutal this year, and this obstacle, the wave runner, took out some of the greats.
And the wave running is hard enough when you're rested. If you've got tired arms, it's almost impossible.
Wow, though, he is, look at that progression. The board uneven, though. Watch this transition.
And it gets narrow here to the pyramid board. This pyramid board, we saw it tripped up some athletes, but not Stefano. Yeah, showing off that grip strength. We know he has it.
Well, at this point, his time is already beyond Gill's. The only way he beats him is to complete the double wedge. Quick transition.
That was risky, Matt. Didn't need to go for it like that.
And this is it. It comes down to this obstacle. 2 points on the line. Gisolfi must complete it. Stefano Gisolfi. Oh, and look at this. The normally mild-mannered Italian getting the crowd fired up. This could be a big swing in the competition if he gets through here.
All right, Stefano's on the go now.
Watch that bar. You must keep it level.
Oh,
good
Matt,
correction.
So far, so good for Stefano. Ooh, look at it. Hopping, hopping.
2-foot lache here. Got it. Gisolfi 10 feet away.
And look at the core strength here that he's using to keep everything even here.
Going for the
double wedge. He's getting out of there.
And he's done it. Gisolfi celebrates with the crowd. He wins the heat, and he just put Team Europe on top.
Oh! Well, between the national finals and tonight, he's just the 4th person we've seen get through the wedge. Now he just has these walls to go.
And how quickly things can change. Team USA look to be in control of this competition, but it's a different story on stage 2 as Gisolfi goes to hit the buzzer. And the Europeans now take the lead 4-2. Team USA drops to 2nd place.
It came down to the double wedge. Gisolfi got the crowd fired up and did what he had to do, using short, controlled bursts, and then celebrated when he got through. He just gave Team Europe the lead.
Well, now there is a lot riding on Jessie Graff. Can she bounce back and save the day for Team USA? Her pressure-packed run's coming up on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warriors competition has taken a dramatic turn as Team Europe has won the last 2 heats and taken the lead as we head into the final heat here on stage 2. So the pressure will really be on Jessie Graf. She'll be going for the Americans, and they need a win. Europe will send out Bjarke Tønnesen, and for Latin America, we'll get our first look at David Saikin. And here he is. Saikin is the only Argentinian on the Latin American team. He's a climber from the mountain town of Bariloche, and this is his first time on a Ninja course.
I used to live in Buenos Aires, but 3 years ago I moved to Bariloche. It's a beautiful place in the Patagonia region, full of mountains and lakes, and a lot of beautiful climbing places. I'm one of the top climbers in Argentina. I won the national championship in 2011.
Perfecto.
Climbing is like you always have a new project, a new challenge, and I like to face great challenges.
Well, I think this heat is really up for grabs, and this could be a real opportunity for Team Latin America. If they can win this heat, they'd actually leapfrog Team USA into second place. And Saikin is off.
Whoa, Psych, your mind, Matt, he's already in trouble. Look, he's going in circles.
As we said, no obstacle experience. A good save there. But not a strong beginning out of Saikin.
Matt, you can tell he's very unfamiliar with these movements. You can see how his body's twisting side to side.
He is really struggling, Akbar.
With bouldering and rock climbing, your holds are stationary. This stuff moves, and you have to be very agile here in space.
Makes it to the second ring, but he is fighting for every inch. And as he struggles, of course, Jessie Graf is on the sidelines. She'll run in just a few minutes.
He's using up so much energy here, he's not going to have much left for the rest of the course.
Oh! David Saikin psyched out by the giant ring swing, and Team Latin America goes out early once again.
The lack of experience showed there. Saikin didn't know how to swing, and he wasted a lot of energy going in circles. On that last move, he jumped the ring, but watch his hands peel off. He had no grip strength left.
Jessie Graf watching closely. She'll run in this heat in just a moment, but right now it's Europe's turn. And it'll be Bjarke Tønnesen, the graphic design student and former gymnast from Copenhagen. He's trying to make it 3 wins in a row here on stage 2 for Team Europe. Came in second in Ninja Warrior Denmark. Tønnesen lost his stage 1 heat to Daniel Gill, looking for some redemption here. But a struggle right out of the gate here on the giant ring swing. Ooh. And another miss.
He's struggling like Saikin. There you go.
Good correction. This guy works out every day of the year, including Christmas and New Year's Eve.
Wow, so much for the celebration.
Got on the Danish national gymnastics team at the age of 15. Having some trouble here, though, Akbar.
And spending a lot of time here on the ring.
As a gymnast, you'd expect him to be comfortable on the rings. And now finally gets through. And that's farther than Saikin, so Team Latin America cannot win this heat. Bjarke has a chance to sweep stage 2 for Europe, and they take a commanding 6-2 lead into the final stage.
Come on, dig deep.
Tønnesen taking his time as he gets ready for the down-up salmon ladder. He did face a regular salmon ladder in Ninja Warrior Denmark, but this down-up version much more challenging. Looks like Bjarke is going to be slow and steady, trying to get far on this course to put the pressure on Jessie Graf.
Matt, he's spending way too much time here. Already a minute 40 on this run. Rejected.
Tønnesen goes down, and you can almost see Jessie Graf get a confidence boost right there.
Yeah, she's thinking, I got this, Matt. Stage 2 just wears down your upper body. All those mistakes along the way add time. And by the time he reached the top of the salmon ladder, he had no grip strength left, and his fingers peeled right off the bar.
So now it comes down to Jessie Graf. She's had history making runs before, but can she tie it up for Team USA and stop Europe from opening up a commanding lead? We'll see her run next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warriors USA versus the world competition. And what a moment. This crowd is on their feet for Jessie Graf, who has a chance to become a huge hero for Team USA right now. And there's Drew Dressel. He was supposed to be running right now in this heat on stage 2, but he gave up his spot to Jessie. She had a disappointing early fall on stage 1, and now she has a chance to get 2 much-needed points for Team USA and tie up this competition.
Matt, I'm excited. This is going to be big.
Neither of the other 2 teams got past the salmon ladder, so if Jessie can complete this ring swing in less than 43 seconds, she wins. But she struggled on this obstacle in the national finals, so this could be close.
And she's on her way, Matt.
And look at this.
First woman to ever be on stage 2, and look at her go.
Jessie Graf is flying. All she's got to do is complete this transition, get her hand on that bar, and she gets 2 points for Team USA. And she delivers! How about Captain Drew Dressel putting his faith in the woman who made history this past season, Jessie Graf, and she delivers. She's got 2 points, and this competition's all tied up. Drew Dressel encouraging Jessie to continue. Remember, no woman has ever finished stage 2. Jessie's the only one who's ever even attempted it. She got to the 3rd obstacle in the national finals.
Matt, she just keeps making history. The first woman on Team USA, the first woman to finish stage 1. What is she gonna do next?
She spends so much time working on this upper body strength. A pole vaulter at the University of Nebraska, now professional stunt woman. Her popularity has soared with her game-changing runs this past year. She's such a tremendous influence on little girls and little boys, and her legend is only going to grow after tonight.
And if Jessie finishes stage 2 right now, they may build a statue for her.
One more rung, and she gets through the down-up salmon ladder. Now she's going to reach up to start the wave runner. And look at that! But this obstacle took her out in the national finals. So challenging.
Ooh, did you see that correction there on the S-board, Matt? That was impressive, how she stabilized, used her core, and the shoulder stability there. Now going on to the pyramid.
Yes! That makes the transition! Yes. Jessie Graf continues to impress!
English. I see you, girl. Go USA! Yeah. Go USA!
Doing what she couldn't do in the regular season. And what a feeling that's got to be after that stumble on Snake Run.
That woman right there is good.
And now onto the butterfly wall. How far can she go?
Let me tell you, this may be another run that just blows up the internet.
Up on the butterfly wall. Yes! Look at this run. Just 2 obstacles to go. Jessie Graf is getting close to breaking yet another barrier. And remember, this team was in trouble. Brian Arnold and Daniel Gill did not win their heats, and Team USA had fallen behind, but Jessie Graf came through, and now she's on the verge of doing something no woman's done before. But it's gonna come down to this next obstacle, the double wedge. It is brutal, and it has taken out top competitors all year.
I am literally getting chills right now, and it's hot out here.
She's up, gotta keep that bar level. Look at that cross grip, a little uneven, gotta correct.
Look at her eyes, looking to see where everything is.
Oh, look at this technique.
You see how she's using the counterbalance to make her way through the double wedge?
Perfect! Going for the lâché, going for the transition.
That left side.
Got it correct.
Do you know how hard that is? She's a superhero.
And she may go for the dismount here, Arthur. She's
getting out of there. She's getting out of there. Come on, hurry up before it goes. Yes! This is consistent time. That's what I'm
Graf, we called her Wonder Woman. She is truly a hero.
I'm out of here.
Making history again.
I'm out of here.
She hits the buzzer on stage 2. The first woman ever to do so.
Yes. There's fire blowing right now because she is hot.
Oh, my. What we have just witnessed. Jessie Graf completes stage 2. Not history.
Herstory has just been made, and you will remember the day and where you were. Jessie Graf just blew through stage 2.
Jessie Graf, what a strong performance. One for the ages, Akbar.
We don't need to wait for it. I'm going to make that our wonderful, crazy, healthy run of the night. First, Jessie clinched the points for Team USA by finishing the ring swing. And then, check out her fingers on the wave runner. What a save! And on the wedge, she makes a cross grip catch and a 6-foot dismount before making history by hitting yet another buzzer.
Right now, Jessie's standing by with Christine.
Jessie, what means more to you? The fact that you got the 2 points for Team USA, or you were able to complete this obstacle that took you out in the regular season?
I love Team USA, but I really like the other teams too, so definitely beating stage 2 means a lot.
What do you think this says for women in the rest of the competition as the years go on? The fact that you were able to complete this stage, what does that say?
It says we can do anything. This has been such an amazing experience. It was always a goal of mine, but I didn't think it would happen this soon.
Jessie, you're amazing. Go enjoy this moment with Team USA. You got the points.
I will.
Guys, back to you.
Unbelievable. And it is worth hitting again. Team USA was behind 4-2, but her 2 points just tied it up 4-4. And once again, it's going to come down to another nail-biting showdown between USA and Europe on stage 3. Coming up, it's the brutal course where legends are made. Nicole did it! Unbelievable finish! And with 3 points up for grabs in every heat, anything can happen on stage 3. Ooh! And we'll see it next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. One more to go! It's where ninja dreams go to die. Oh, no! Stage 3 is such a brutal upper body gauntlet that in 8 seasons of competition, only a few athletes have ever survived it. Whoa! This season in the national finals, only 2 competitors made it this far, and both Daniel Gill and Drew Dreschel came up short. Stage 3 is the ultimate test for ninjas, and it'll determine who wins this competition tonight. Right now, Europe and USA are tied, but since every win here is worth 3 points, Latin America is still in this. For a look at the course, let's go down to Christine Leahy.
Matt, thank you. Stage 3 consists of 7 of the most difficult and draining obstacles ever devised, and it all starts with the key lock hang. The athletes have to use their upper body to slide the 2 handles in and out of the slots as they move across 3 panels. Then the floating boards return, but this year they're tapered at the bottom, so it's harder to use the lower body. The ultimate cliffhanger is back. It's a series of small ledges, and you now have to cross the water twice. This is the obstacle that ended Daniel Gill's season in the national finals. If they survive, they'll face the eye-popping curved body prop. Competitors have to wedge themselves between the walls and maneuver across 30 feet of water. Next, it's the hang climb, an exhausting upside-down rock wall that took out Drew Dreschel the past 2 seasons. Then it's the walking bar. They'll have to carefully hop the bar one side at a time down the curved path. Finally, with whatever they have left, they'll take on the flying bar. It's a series of 5-foot jumps, landing the bar in the small cradles. Make it through and hit the buzzer. Each heat goes to the athlete who makes it the furthest the fastest, and a victory earns his team 3 points. Guys?
Thanks, Christine. So in this first heat, Team Europe will send out Sweden's Alexander Mars. For Latin America, we'll get our first look at Mexican climbing champion Santiago de Alba. And for the Americans, it'll be Sunnyvale, California college student Josh Levin. And here comes Levin. He is a rock climbing champion who had a breakout first year on American Ninja Warrior. And even though he's only 22 years old, he's no stranger to big moments.
I've been rock climbing since I was 4. Started competing when I was about 7 years old. I've competed on the international stage for over 12 years.
This guy isn't just a championship rock climber, he's also studying to be an engineer.
Last year, I had the really unique opportunity from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory to do a 6-month-long internship working on the Mars 2020 rover. That experience was absolutely out of this world. Engineering and Ninja Warrior have very, very similar attributes because it's all about problem solving to overcome big goals.
You are looking at someone who's going to continue to be a star for years to come.
Being picked for Team USA is an incredible feeling. Having the chance to do this my rookie year is just an absolute dream come true. I want to prove to both myself and my teammates that I can handle my own weight and take on stage 3.
Levin has his parents here and a big group of supporters hoping he can deliver tonight.
And remember, Team USA saved Levin just for stage 3. Now, as a champion climber, he's got the grip strength that could play well on these upper body obstacles.
Well, this young man exploded onto the scene as the only finisher in the LA City Finals. And now the first time we see him in this competition is the one stage he didn't face in the regular season, stage 3. And this first obstacle, the key lock hang, can really tire you out. You have to move those handles in and out of the slots.
There's no time limit here on stage 3, but you want to get through this one as fast as you can. If no one can finish, this will come down to who goes the farthest, the fastest.
And this crowd getting behind him. Going for the dismount here. Good job. Now the floating boards. We've had this obstacle in past seasons, but it's now more difficult because the boards are angled at the bottom, which makes it harder to use the lower body.
Well, I think he'll get through this, but he's not moving very quickly. Go too slowly, and you leave the door open for the guys behind you.
Being very cautious here, but remember, Levin's never attempted any of these obstacles before.
And his hands are sliding. He needs to get out of there. Get off these boards right now.
Just needs to step off for the dismount. And Levin survives. Now facing the ultimate cliffhanger.
And Matt, I'm excited to watch Josh Levin with his climbing skills take on this obstacle.
And now we're seeing the speed that made him famous.
A big move here.
Great transition. But now that first leap across the water. Look at that leap. Well, he is making good progress here on this ultimate cliffhanger, as we've christened it.
This is his thing right here.
Another transition going with the reverse grip.
See the ocular focus here. Look at him. Boom.
Got it.
Boom.
Great job out of Josh Levin. The rock climber unfazed by the ultimate cliffhanger. We're getting Team USA off to a good start here on stage 3. But now another test, the curved body prop. He'll have to wedge himself between the walls and work across 30 feet. This obstacle is so brutal. But a good pace at 11.
That you have to stare at all that water. Look at him
at
go.
The low point. Now he's got to start going up 9 feet.
Oh, now Levin is doing it.
And look at him, steady, breathing, firmly in control.
What'd I tell you, Matt?
And he's through the body prop. Wow!
Business is booming for Levin.
He just made an almost impossible obstacle look easy. And now the climber onto another upper body test, the hang climb.
Well, this is Josh Levin's world right here. He's not scared.
Look at Levin go.
Do you know how hard that is? Woo!
And that's it. Wow! Remember, no one made it this far in the national finals. Levin has now gone farther than anyone on this version of stage 3. So now this will be our first look at the walking bar. He has to carefully hop that bar down the track one side at a time. You got to be so precise on these transitions.
If fatigue starts to knock at your door, it can throw you off on the walking bar, and you will go running down into the water.
Great job. This is so challenging to have this control with fatigue, straining every muscle.
And you know, he is ignoring the burn that he's feeling. You know he's feeling it in his hands. He's feeling it in his forearm.
What a performance by this rookie. Yes! Last transition.
All right, last transition. Make that left turn, a hard left turn.
Whoa! And now one obstacle between Josh Levin and being the first to complete stage 3, and the crowd on their feet. And now it's down to just the flying bar. Remember, this stage 3 much different than in past seasons. He's trying to be the first to hit the buzzer on this redesigned version. And here he goes. Needs 5 leaps for glory.
All right, you've got 5 of these cradles here. Rock the cradle, baby.
Got it!
Nice. He's going, Matt. He's got to get a big kick here. Come on, more pain.
Excellent control.
Yes! No pain, no gain. Josh Levin is cooking with gas.
The crowd sensing something special out of this 22-year-old.
Bring it home. Bring it home, Rook.
One more cradle!
Bring it home, Rook.
Woo! Bring it home! On that platform!
Come on.
Gotta keep it out! Yes! Yes! Josh Levin has done it! What a moment! The 22-year-old rookie, first to complete stage 3.
USA! USA! Well, Josh Levin's a top climber, and watch him leap across the ultimate cliffhanger like it's nothing. And then he scrambles up the incline in seconds. No wonder they saved him for stage 3.
And right now, Josh Levin standing by with Christine Leahy.
Josh, you're a rookie, and you were able to do something that no one else was able to do in this season. That is complete stage 3. How cool is this?
It's an incredible moment. I really can't believe it right now. It's just such a dream come true to be watching the show for so many years, being alongside some of my idols over here that have completed stage 3. You have Brian Arnold, who's the first American to do so, Sean McCall, Stefano Zolfi. They're all here right now cheering us all on. It's just such an amazing experience.
Well, you looked great out there. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Christine.
Guys.
So a great start for Team USA, and the Americans' big guns, Brian Arnold and Drew Dreschel, are still to come on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to Las Vegas, where our international competition is really starting to get interesting. USA and Europe are tied 4-4. Latin America is within striking distance because a win on stage 3 is worth 3 points. While we were away, Mexican climber Santiago de Alba, making his debut, was absolutely crushing the course, way ahead of American Josh Levin's time. Whoa! Nice! A win by de Alba would have pushed Latin America into a 3-way tie.
Sounds like a soccer game right now, Matt.
But at the body prop, his electrifying run came to an end.
Adios, Santiago!
So now it's Europe's turn, and it'll be Alexander Mars, the 29-year-old real estate manager from Stockholm, Sweden, who's already on the course starting the floating boards.
We saw Mars earlier when he fell early on stage 1, so he's looking to redeem himself.
And Mars has experience on stage 3, made it to the ultimate cliffhanger last year.
And this, by far, is the fastest we've seen anyone move across the floating boards. He's going for it.
Alex Mars looking very efficient thus far on stage 3, but he has to finish and do it faster than Josh Levin's time of 6:41.
Keep going.
Now the ultimate cliffhanger. This is where he fell last year as he was leaping from one side to the other. And this year, he has to make that transition across the water twice.
Well, you know the nerves has to be kicking in, too, because this obstacle took him out last year.
Here's the first leap, and he's got it.
Nice transition there.
He is looking stronger than ever.
Ooh, look at that.
But now has to go back across. This is 6 feet. He's got it. Unbelievable. And Alexander Mars just destroyed the ultimate cliffhanger. And right now, he is well ahead of Josh Levin's pace to this point.
But if Mars can hang on, this would be a huge upset. They say Josh Levin just for stage 3. If he loses, this would be a big blow to Team USA's chances.
And Mars now on the curved body prop. He has 4 more obstacles before his feet touch the ground. All of them are brutal, including this one. 5 feet down, now he's got to go the 9 feet up, a 30-foot traverse.
Don't look down at that water or you will go down in the water.
I did not see this coming from Alexander Mars. He is a great athlete, but this takes incredible core strength, and he is cruising through it.
That boy is strong.
Wow. And he's through. Alexander Mars, what a performance. But now facing another extremely difficult test, the hang climb. Always a ninja killer. This knocked out Drew Drescher in the national finals.
And this puts a lot of pressure, too, because this thing is tilted at 18 degrees. Climbing at this angle could put a lot of added stress there on the back, the upper body there.
Basically, you're hanging upside down by your fingers and toes, but Mars continues to progress.
And Matt, he's still got a lot of time on the clock. Team USA may be in trouble.
And Mars gets through. Now just 2 more obstacles to go. And he has almost 2 minutes to finish. If he can do it, he'll put Europe in the lead. And with their top 2 athletes still to come, they'll be in the driver's seat. And now another test for those tired arms, the walking bar. It is so taxing, so difficult to be precise.
It is, especially when fatigue is knocking at the door.
Alexander Mars going with the cross grip.
Yeah, I'm amazed. This guy's not a professional rock climber. He works in a real estate office.
And look at his face. Alexander Mars putting together the run of his life. Finding the way through it.
Oh, Matt. Oh, he's looking. He's hoping.
An incredible run by Alexander Mars. So close to putting Team Europe in the lead. Instead, Josh Levin's finish holds up and Team USA wins the heat.
The difference can sometimes come down to inches. Mars moves the bar over. He just hits the front edge of the cradle and bounces off another inch higher, and he may still be going.
So Team USA has a 3-point edge, but because each win is worth 3 points, every team can still win this, including Latin America. And here's who's coming up in this critical second heat. For Team USA, it'll be Brian Arnold, and he could actually clinch the competition if he wins. Argentinian climber David Saikin will try to keep Latin America's hopes alive. And for Team Europe, one of their stars, Stefano Ghisolfi. And here he comes. Ghisolfi is the top climber in Italy, and he's won both his heats for Team Europe here on stage 3 the past 2 years. He's gonna be tough to beat. And he's up. Ghisolfi comes from Turin, Italy. He's only 23 years old, but has been competing since he was 11.
This obstacle can eat up a lot of time. Ghisolfi's got Brian Arnold coming up behind him. He can't be too careful. He needs to keep moving.
Arnold watching intently. Delivered a big performance a few years ago on Team USA, the first American ever to complete stage 3. A win in this heat by Ghisolfi would tie this competition up once again. Ghisolfi looking very controlled. Going for the dismount. And he's off. Moving on to the floating boards. Ghisolfi has never lost a heat here on stage 3. We talk about the climbers not having much obstacle experience, but Ghisolfi has conquered the boards twice before.
And look at his feet clamping down on the bottom of the boards. Really does save you in the upper body.
Absolutely. Using those feet is the key. Preserve as much of that grip strength as you can. This course is a marathon.
Yeah, and I like his shoes, too. What are those?
See the feet sliding, though, having some trouble getting purchase, Akbar. He's in trouble.
Oh, big trouble for Gasolfi.
Gasolfi sliding down. Uh-oh. The Italian climber is in real precarious position.
He is on the edge, on the tip.
His toes are locked in, saving him. Oh, my.
Whoa.
That was close.
That was so close.
Stefano Gasolfi narrowly averting disaster.
Now Gasolfi has to really get his mojo back here on the ultimate cliffhanger.
Well, that may have given him new life, Akbar.
Big move here, big move.
Oh! No! Gasolfi! What a shot! The climber goes down on an obstacle that plays to his strength. And the door is wide open.
Did you see Brian Arnold just get up out of his seat right there? He knows what's in front of him now.
This was a heat Team Europe was counting on. Now, it's up for grabs.
Well, look at Gasolfi on this obstacle last year. He made that reach up with no problem. But this year, it's a little longer distance, so it's a little more difficult. He got his fingers on that ledge, but couldn't hang on.
This competition is getting very interesting right now.
Oh, it's getting hot here.
Brian Arnold can clinch it for Team USA. We'll see his run when we come back on American Ninja Warrior, USA versus the world.
Big move here, big move.
Oh, no! That shocking fall by Europe's Stefano Gasolfi shows how quickly things can change in this USA versus the world competition. Right now, the Americans are ahead, but because each heat is worth 3 points, both Europe and Latin America still have a chance to come back and win. On the course right now for Latin America is David Saikin. Saikin went out early on stage 2, but he is an elite climber, and his skills are much better suited for stage 3. Now he's tackling the floating boards.
Whoa, okay, nice. That's a big move right there. You know, he went right around that first board. We've never seen anyone try that.
But he is low on these boards. He's having trouble with those feet, Akbar. All he needs to do is get past this obstacle in less than Gasolfi's 1 minute 47 seconds. But if he doesn't, he'll have to complete the next obstacle.
He's not going to beat Gasolfi's time.
Remember, he is Team Latin America's last hope. If he doesn't win this heat, they will be mathematically eliminated.
He's looked very shaky here on the floating boards, but I think he's going to get through.
And he does. But now, because of his slower time, he must finish the ultimate cliffhanger.
Saikin is one of the top climbers in Argentina, so this plays to his strengths.
But as we saw with Gasolfi, even great climbers can fall here. This is where Gasolfi went out. He makes it.
The Team Latin America on the brink of elimination, but a win in this heat, and they are right back in it.
Now it's the transition across to the other side, and he's got it.
Ooh, Buenos Aires!
Still needs to finish this obstacle to move ahead of Team Europe, but what a run by Saikin.
Boy, he is a rock climber. Look at him hanging up there like that. I've never seen anybody hang like that on a 2-inch ledge.
But another risky move here has to leap 5 feet over to the next ledge. It looks like he's having some trouble generating the momentum.
Oh, Matt, look at the angle of his swing.
He's in trouble.
Look at the angle of his swing. The angle of his swing is going to take him past the board.
Oh! Saikin is out, and Team Latin America now mathematically eliminated. They cannot win. They can only play spoiler at this point.
Well, Saikin should be swinging side to side, but when he lets go, his legs are too far out in front, pulling him away from the ledge, and he couldn't get a grip.
So Team Europe dodges a bullet, but here comes a grenade. Brian Arnold. Arnold is walking up to the start line with a chance to be the hero for Team USA. The Americans are up 7-4, so he can clinch it right now with the win.
I've been on stage 3 times, and I've always at least got to the last obstacle. I mean, it just goes to show you that stage 3 does fit my style.
Arnold wasting no time here. Great transition.
I can tell just the way Brian Arnold got off that trampoline that he means business here on stage 3. This is his home.
It really is. Between the various competitions, he's been on stage 3 times before, and he's always made it past the cliffhanger. If he can do that again tonight, Team USA will repeat as champions.
And you know he wants to redeem himself for that fall earlier tonight on stage 2.
Arnold can win it by getting past the floating boards faster than Gisolfi's 1 minute 47 seconds, or he'll have to complete the next obstacle, the ultimate cliffhanger. Oh-ho-ho! Makes it close on the dismount, but he's through. Looks like he's gonna make sure his arms are rested before tackling the floating boards.
This is a little bit of a gamble. It shows he's confident he can go far on the course, but he doesn't want to rush and make an early mistake.
Well, the crowd wants to clinch it here no matter how he does it, but he's gonna have to hurry to beat Gisolfi's time.
You know how to work the floating boards. Do it, come on now.
Well, I think he's taking a particularly cautious approach so he avoids a silly mistake. But only 7 seconds left. Has to dismount from the boards to earn the points.
And he's not gonna do it. Nope, not gonna do it.
Well, at this point, Brian Arnold now must complete the ultimate cliffhanger. Like we said, this competition just keeps getting more interesting out there. Team USA may be a little nervous. Arnold could have ended it right there, but now he must complete this always challenging obstacle, the ultimate cliffhanger. Brian Arnold, a man who's used to delivering. Big transition here.
Nice transition. He's got the wingspan to do that too at 5'11". Now this is the big transition here.
Got it.
Contact. Contact.
And another gap here, another transition. But he's turned around too early, lost track of where he was. He needs to go sideways, not across.
And this is where Psyche went down minutes ago. It's not easy.
Got it!
Nice there by Brian Arnold.
And now he can turn around and go back across.
Team USA's ready to celebrate, so close to victory. Man up here. Boom.
Oh! He's got it! Just needs to dismount to claim the trophy.
Oh, no, no, no!
He missed the dismount!
What?
Brian Arnold had it! Can't make the dismount!
That's a game changer.
He needed to get both feet securely on the platform to finish the obstacle, and he did not. So Gisolfi's run holds up. He gets the point for Team Europe, and we are now tied up.
This is shocking. Arnold got through the tough part of the obstacle. All he had to do was get 2 feet down on the pad, but he pushed off from the wall, and that sent him too far out, and a sure win for Team USA is lost.
Brian Arnold can't stick to dismount on the ultimate cliffhanger. He's standing by with Christine.
Brian, to make it all the way to that point in the ultimate cliffhanger and then miss the dismount, I know has to be devastating. Can you explain to me what happened?
I just wanted it so bad. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I even messed up in the middle of it. Like I was thinking ahead and I wasn't being in the moment. And then, oh my gosh, I just fell like on like an easy dismount. I think I just let the pressure get to me. I'm so disappointed. I can't believe I feel like I let my team down. I was trying to conserve energy because I was thinking about completing the whole thing. And so I was just trying to jump off real quick, not even spotting my landing. It's just, I'm very disappointed.
Brian, I know your team always thinks that you give it your all, and we know that you did too, and mistakes happen.
They do.
All right, Brian, go ahead and get back to your team. Guys.
So an incredible turn of events, and now the whole competition comes down to this. 2 Ninja greats, Team USA's Drew Dreschel versus Team Europe's Sean McCall, with the title on the line. We'll see it when USA versus the World returns. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior USA versus the World. And for the 3rd straight year, this competition will be decided by the final heat of the night. Team USA and Team Europe are all tied up, so it'll be decided by these final 3 athletes. The Americans will send out their captain, Drew Drechsel, who went farther than anyone in the national finals this year. For Europe, it's their star, Sean McCall, the #1 climber in the world. For Latin America, it's Diego Gonzalez, who can send us to a tiebreaker if he can pull off a win. And Gonzalez is already on the course, almost through the key lock hang. And he's through. Well, Latin America cannot win the overall competition at this point, but they could still play a big part in this. If Gonzalez wins this heat, then the USA and Europe would end up in a tie, and we'd go to a climb-off on stage 4.
And for Gonzalez, it's more than just being a spoiler. This is about pride for himself and his country.
Team Latin America came in without a lot of training on ninja obstacles, and they have competed well against these much more experienced teams from the USA and Europe. Gonzalez almost through the floating boards.
Pinch it, pinch it.
Using that third board to try to build up some momentum for the dismount.
He's pinching it at the bottom. Pinch it, now ditch it.
Got it. On now to the ultimate cliffhanger. And these ledges less than 2 inches wide, so it taxes the grip strength.
Gonzalez is the top climber in Mexico. He looks very confident for a guy who's never tried this obstacle before.
2.5 feet up, 2.5 feet across. That's 36-inch reach here. 5'6" Gonzalez got it.
Now he has to fly here. Turn your head there. See all of it. See all of it.
Gonzalez.
Nice, Gonzalez.
Those feet coming right up into the camera. But this transition, the bar is actually a little deeper, making it harder, but he's got it.
Oh, Gonzalez came to play.
But now has to go back across to the other side. Oh, my goodness. But this is where Brian Arnold went out. This dismount not guaranteed.
All right, get it. Get up. Yes. Arriba. Arriba.
Well, Gonzalez celebrating, putting the pressure on McCall and Drechsel. If Gonzalez wins this heat, it'll force a climb-off between Team USA and Team Europe. Well, what a competition this Team USA versus the world is proving to be once again. And he's up, curved body prop.
Oh, yeah. Team Latin America not going down without a fight.
But this obstacle is a real test. You need good technique and an incredibly strong core.
So you think you got abs? Well, try out the curved body prop. I dare you to put this one in your backyard.
And the crowd liking what they're seeing.
Yeah, they're going, go, Diego, go, Diego, go. Go, Diego, go, Diego.
And you can see fatigue setting in.
Where in the world is Diego Gonzalez going? He is going up, Matt.
9 feet up now, Gonzalez fighting!
I don't know if he can make it.
But he does it.
Oh, my. That's a big move. That's one ginormous move for Diego Gonzalez.
On now to the hand climb, and this is where Drew Drechsel went out in the regular season.
Who is this guy, Matt? Diego Gonzalez is crushing the hang climb. We may have a Mexican miracle on our hands.
And he gets through. Now just 2 obstacles away from finishing, and Drechsel and McCall are going to need strong runs to top this. And Gonzalez now on the walking bar. Well, just like that, Diego Gonzalez, a promising run, going out on the walking bar, but he has set the bar high for the 2 greats to follow him.
Well, Gonzalez looked impressive on the cliffhanger and gutted his way through the body prop. But at the walking bar on his first move, he comes up short and goes under the cradle, but that's gonna be a tough run to beat.
So now the pressure shifts to Sean McCall. The fortunes of Team Europe rest on his shoulders. He was in a nearly identical situation last season and was beaten by Team USA's Isaac Caldiero. Team USA is celebrating!
Last year when we lost to Team USA, it was hard. After winning it the first year and having it kind of taken away the second year, we really want to get back that trophy. Last year, when it came down to the last run, I had finished it with a pretty good time,
McCall did it!
And Isaac just beat me by time.
He's done it!
He just brought it home for Team USA!
It was hard for us to take. I'm not used to coming in second. We're not gonna lose 2 years in a row.
So here we go, another pressure-filled run for McCall.
All right, get your dukes up, because Sean McCall is on stage 3.
Well, McCall knows what he has to do. He has to at least beat Gonzalez's time through the hang climb, but you know he expects to finish this course again and put the pressure on Drew Dressel, who's never completed stage 3. Last year, McCall finished stage 3 in 5:43, but a different course this year.
And Matt, he's really attacking this. He's covering a lot of ground on the key lock hang in just a few moves.
Well, that is the fastest we've seen anyone get through that obstacle. No surprise out of the #1 climber in the world. And he is on the floating boards. And going around that first board, now already moving on to the third board.
He is clearly going for speed, Matt. We've never seen anyone move through the boards this quickly.
And he's through both obstacles now in less than a minute.
Drew Dressel's got to be getting a little nervous.
Now the ultimate cliffhanger. He just jumps onto it. That seems risky, but this is Sean McCall. Wow.
Look at him.
So efficient. Oh, my goodness. And Drew Dressel, as gifted as he is, you know his heart has to be sinking with every move McCall makes. But he turns around too early. That's what Brian Arnold did. Has to turn around again now, has to build up momentum. He's transitioned a challenge, though, but no problem for McCall. The man from Chambéry, France, is annihilating this obstacle. Last year, he knew. He took his time and left the door open for Caldiero. He is not going to make that same mistake here. And even Dressel has to tip his cap to what we are witnessing.
Matt, he's 2 minutes faster than Gonzalez was to this point.
And Tim Sheep is telling him to slow down and take a minute, but McCall is blasting ahead. He wants to put the pressure on Dressel.
But the body prop is new to stage 3, and we've seen climbers struggle on it. Isaac Caldiero actually fell on this obstacle in the city finals in season 7.
Sean McCall making good progress here.
But do you see what I'm seeing? He's slowing down a little. This obstacle is not really made for climbers. This is more about core strength and grip strength.
And this is where he has to start ascending the wall. And he looks like he's struggling. This is unusual for Sean McCall, who normally makes everything look so easy.
Well, he also came out very fast. He didn't take the time to rest those arms before starting this obstacle. He may be gassed out.
And look at that. He's checking to see how close he is to finishing. That is not a good sign. This is unexpected. McCall raced through the first part of this course, but now he looks like he's in trouble.
I can't believe this, Matt.
Sean McCall reaching his breaking point. He is human, Akbar. No! Sean McCall goes down. Sean McCall goes down.
Oh,
and at this point, Drew Dressel has the door open. Unbelievable.
Well, McCall just couldn't get comfortable on this obstacle. He kept looking up to see how far he had to go, and finally, the legendary climber's body just gave out.
And right now, he's down with Christine.
Sean, you've been able to complete stage 3 in the past. Why weren't you able to do that tonight?
Oh, it's funny, actually. The obstacle I fell on, it's completely anti-climbing. I'm pushing the whole time. It feels like I'm a breakdancer. I've always wanted to be a breakdancer, but I'm terrible at it, as you can see. And yeah, I ran through the climbing obstacles, but it was just too hard.
Well, now it's up to Drew Dressel. How do you feel your chances are right now?
Well, I think he's going to have a really good run, and I'm really excited to see what he's got.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. Thanks, guys.
Well, we won't have to wait long. Drew Dressel is headed to the start. Can he win it for Team USA? We'll see it next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to our USA versus the world competition, and it can't get much more dramatic than this. It's the final run of the night, and the title will be decided by American Drew Dressel. Team USA is tied right now with Team Europe, whose top athlete, Sean McCall, just fell on the body prop. So the mark to beat in this heat is that of Latin America's Diego Gonzalez. If that holds up, the US and Europe would tie, and we'd go to stage 4 for a climb-off. It all depends on Drew Drechsel getting past the hang climb, something he has never done. Only 5 people have ever reached this point. He's going for the bar.
No! No! It's a lot of pressure going against 2 of the top climbers on a stage 3 that I've never beaten.
No! 2 years in a row!
After falling on the hang climb for the 2nd time, I did nothing but train and practice it. This is redemption. I have to beat it. There is no will I or can I, it's I have to. And I'm gonna have to step up as captain and just show everyone that this is why I'm here and this is why I made it to stage 3 2 years in a row. I know I can go further, I've got what it takes, and I can beat this. I'm gonna hit that buzzer. I'm beating stage 3.
And a big group here for Drew's big moment. His girlfriend April is there in the middle, along with his roommate James McGrath, plus Michelle Warnke, Casey Catanzaro, and of course, a huge group of USA fans in the stands. The crowd chanting USA. And Drew Drechsel is gonna keep his music on.
Matt, let me ask you something. What do you think he's listening to?
Born in the USA. Well, here we go. The hopes of Team USA riding on his shoulders as Drechsel just attacks the key lock hang. Drew Drechsel, the man who went farther than anyone this season, could clinch this competition, but he's gonna have to do better than he did in the regular season.
And he's starting off in a big hurry, Matt. All right, wait. He's going for a dismount.
Yes! A risky dismount, but he nails it. And now moving on to the floating boards.
Float through the floating boards like a butterfly right now to give yourself that time to rest up.
Again, Drew needs to survive the hang climb in 6 minutes, 11 seconds. As fast as he moves, I don't think the time will be an issue. The question is, can he make it that far?
No mental mistake.
And he just got through the boards in 15 seconds. Incredible. Now on the ultimate cliffhanger. And he is sucking himself
did you see that?
up.
He said, come on, let's go get it then.
You know, he wanted redemption, Akbar. He was disappointed with how the regular season ended. He can get it here tonight. Oh, what a transition.
Well, he's moving like a man possessed, like nothing is going to stop him.
But now the leap back across.
Oh! He wants some. He wants some. Then go get some, man.
He is flying.
I see you, baby.
Drew Drechsel.
That's why he's the captain, because he's making it happen right now.
Oh, he's choosing a new song.
Oh, you know what it is? It's Michael Jackson. Just beat it, baby.
Here we go. 2 obstacles away. 30 feet. Wow. Look at this pace.
He's dancing. I'll tell you right there, Drew Drechsel.
Oh, my goodness.
Dance, young man, dance. Oh, he's dancing through the hurt body prop.
What efficiency and power.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he's reached the hang climb, the obstacle he's never conquered. Now he just needs to finish this obstacle. If he does it, Team USA takes the title. Not using his feet. He's got it! And the real-life Ninja has claimed the title for Team USA.
That's the way you bring it home in the USA.
Well, he is not done, Akbar.
He wants to finish stage 3, something only a handful of athletes have done.
He's got the walking bar here, and then it'll be the flying bar.
And this crowd's already going crazy. They will explode if he makes it to the end.
And he's through the walking bar, and the crowd erupting. Wouldn't it be a great way to finish it all by hitting that buzzer? We are witness to something special here. Drew Drechsel, 4 cradles away.
dominate. I expect nothing but total domination here by Drew Dressel. This is the captain. There was a reason why he was elected the captain. Yes! He's got one more to go. Hit it hard, bring it home.
Just got a transition. Come on, Drew.
And that's the hand that rocked the cradle.
Drew Dressel, the real ninja, delivers.
Look at them. They're rushing him. They're rushing him right now.
Team USA celebrates.
Total pandemonium here in Vegas.
Drew Dressel delivers. Team USA takes on the title for the second year in a row.
Oh, throw him in the water. Throw him in the water. It's a pool party out here.
What a moment. A tremendous competition and a true team effort. Everyone contributed, but it's Drew Dressel who delivers the winning shot.
Well, this was the moment. He had failed on the hang climb twice before, but when his country needed him, Drew Dressel got past it and won it for Team USA, and then made it to the buzzer just because he could.
Let's go down to Christine Leahy, who's with the victorious Team USA.
Drew, to come in the clutch like that and get the win for Team USA, what does that mean to you after this whole season?
I'm really happy that not only I was able to prove to myself that I can do this and I can actually achieve the goals that I know I'm capable of, but I also helped my brother and sister ninjas here get this really cool trophy and take it home for USA. If I may, I would like to thank Team Latin America and Team Europe for coming out to USA and having such a great competition, because the 6 of us running this course by ourselves would be nothing without them here pushing us to our limits, so thank you very much.
Can you tell me what you were listening to?
It was Mulan, I'm gonna make a man out of you.
I love that. Well, it worked, Drew. It worked. Take your trophy. Congratulations and celebrate this, guys. You deserve it.
And as Team USA celebrates, we say goodnight. For Akbar Bajmimile, Christine Leahy, I'm Matt Eisman. We'll see you soon for the Season 9 premiere of American Ninja Warrior.